and the little African woman put on a show today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Good Energy. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. Taking on Camila Osorio, one of the toughest players I've ever seen in my life. Now, why do I say that? I say that because she gets balls back, she's undersized, she's mentally tough, and she always finds a way to win. Now, she's a former junior number one, in case you guys forgot. She won the U.S. Open. That's right, guys, as a junior in 2019. But she's also a clay specialist. A lot of people don't realize she made the semifinals of the French Open juniors in 2019. That was an amazing junior year for her, where she would eventually reach number one. She's got several youth gold championships. But she fought with Leylah Fernandez in the semifinals of the French Open that year. And Leylah would beat her in straight sets, 6-2, 6-4. And Leylah would actually go on and win that championship match against Emma Navarro, who Leylah beat 6-3, 6-2, while Emma took out Queen Win in the semifinal in 3 sets. And the reason I want to bring that up is this match went 3 sets today, and Camila Osorio had the opportunity to possibly close this match out if she didn't run out of gas in the third set. But just imagine a match with Camila Osorio and Leylah Fernandez in the French Open this year, 2024. I think that would have been fireworks. Kind of revisiting the 2019 semifinal where Leylah took her out. That was big time. And that draw, by the way, in 2019 was big. But remember, guys, Coco won it in 2018 when Iga said, yeah, she lost to Kat McNally and she watched Coco hoist the trophy up. 2018 French Open Junior Champion. Coco did not choose to defend her championship in 19 because she wanted to make it to the big draw. Yeah, Kaja Juvan, Iga's bestie, would take Coco out in the qualifying round. Coco's always been big time. But what's up with Kaja Juvan? She's injured. Let's hope she has a speedy return, because I was actually looking forward to see what she can do at the Slams this year. But Leylah, Camila Osorio, let's go back to Monterrey, Mexico, guys. A flashback. What about that? Camila Osorio had match point and the lights went off. Remember that, guys? Very interesting. Now, Leylah's draw that year, superb. She took out Ann Carolina Smidlova, Kenwin Chung, Wong. And listen, guys, it didn't stop there. She took out Beatrice Haddad. Beatrice was so huge compared to Leylah. I have the video. I should post it. Oh my goodness, Leylah. Leylah looked tiny hugging or shaking hands with Beatrice at the net. That was amazing. That was pretty interesting. But nonetheless, the lights went out when Camila had match point, and she'd end up losing that tournament, which was amazing. Leylah put up a fight. She was arguing with the chair umpire that she should have won the point, and I think she was scared of that match point. But that was a match for the ages, an instant classic. And look, I loved calling that match. That was an amazing match. But if we would have got Leylah and Camila today, that would have been amazing. And Camilla's tough herself. I mean, in that draw, she took out Magdalena Zacharias, Fitalina, who was just, she was not herself then. Nuria Diaz, before losing to Leylah in the championship match. But nonetheless, today she put up a fight, and it does concern me a little bit that Ons would go 3 with Camila Osorio, even though Camila is one of the toughest players I've seen. Ons probably should have wrapped this up. I mean, Ons lost 6-1 in the second set. She probably should have wrapped this up in 2. But nonetheless, she got the job done. That's all that matters. Ons had 4 double faults. Only 54% of her first serves in play. She won 60% of those. And I just think it's the pace that Camila pushes. Like I said, she's not the biggest player on tour. She's not the strongest. She's not the fastest. But she's mentally tough. She fights for each point. She gets balls back. And she proved that today. Both ladies 3 for 9 on breakpoint opportunities. But it really came down to winners. Ons was really aggressive. 31 winners to 16. She did have 33 unforced errors. But she found a way to win. And I think that's what it's all about. Finding a way to win when you're not playing your best. That's what the greats do. We saw that with Iga Swiatek today, Naomi Osaka. Osaka had 54 winners. Osaka should have won that match. She really should have won that match. And you rarely see Osaka choke like that. I mean, you take a look at Osaka during her peak years, averaging 8 aces per match, winning 85% of her service games. She's nothing to be she's not to be played with. Okay? 8 aces per match, winning 85% of your service games. That's solid. Who's going to beat that? That is solid right there. Osaka's numbers were solid. And I don't think she's where she needs to be now. She played today. It was a big match. She got up for it. Listen, Corday needs to come to more of her matches. Okay, he flew in last minute to watch this match. And I thought Osaka had it. I really thought Osaka had this match today. It seemed like she had it. She had the match point. I mean, what, 4-1 advantage? Ego would hold, right? 5-2 love 30. Unbelievable. I mean, Osaka had her opportunities. Match point. If I were coach, look, take a step off that line. Go grab your towel. Get the time violation warning. You need 1 point, one big serve. Not even an ace. You need one big serve in play. One big serve wins the match. It's that simple. Iga could not return those bombs. One big serve, she faults. Second serve, she goes light on it. I would have never let her go light on that second serve. You do what Sabalenka does. And this is where I agree with Sabalenka's coach. I've said it time and time again. The objective of the serve is to get the ball in play with your fastest, strongest ball or strategic placement to put your opponent behind the rally or win the point. It makes no sense to put in a weak second serve. That makes no sense. You're practically giving the point away. I do not agree with coaches that coach that technique. I agree with Sabalenka. And Sabalenka, I was saying this before she came out and said that was her strategy. She said it last year. I've been saying this for a bit longer. And I'm glad she came out and cleared the air and said this, because a lot of people were disagreeing with me. They this old coaching strategy of weak second, I do not agree with that. You are putting, what's the percentage of winning that point anyway? It's low. We're talking about around 50%. It's low. You might as well double fault. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense, because if you're giving your opponent a second serve that's 90, 100 miles per hour, come on, they're stepping in and they're ready to tee off on you, right? If your opponent's stepping deep inside the baseline on that second serve, there's no respect there, okay? It makes no sense. That's where practice comes in play. You practice those game situations and you have to deliver. And I felt today Camila did a good job of delivering when she could, but Ons really, she fine-tuned her level in the third set. She got that eye of the tiger, and she really, really went in for the kill. And she got the job done. She's going to take on the winner of Wong or Fernandez. I think the rain delay is going to favor Wong. I did say Leylah will win the first set. That was the official pick. But I do think the rain delay favors the person that's losing, because they can make adjustments. When you're winning on these rain delays, what do you adjust? It always favors the person losing, because they see what they're doing wrong. They see what their opponent's doing. They make adjustments. That's where the rain delays favor the person losing, because the person losing is the one making adjustments. When you're winning, you can't adjust to, you can come out and try different things you may want to do, but the adjustment always favors the player that's losing, because they see what you're doing, while the offensive player or the player that's up and leading, a lot of times you could adjust into the wrong game plan. But nonetheless, guys, tennis in a minute. Stay tuned. We're going to do some free picks, but I can tell you right now, the schedule is a mess. Whenever there's a rain day like this, it's probably best to just not do picks, because the schedule, the timing, everything's off now. It's a whole different ball game. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back.